Hey everyone, Shavua Tov, about to start. Agudvach. Let's make it happen. Okay. All right, everybody, Shavua Tov. We got a few surprises for you tonight. And let's make it a beautiful, beautiful, special Melave Malka. Chodesh Tov V'Vorach. There's so much in the air. There's so much good energy. And let's just start singing some good nigunim first. Shavua Tov, Shavua Tov. ברכה והצלחה, שבוע טוב, היי, שבוע טוב, שבוע טוב, ברכה והצלחה, שבוע טוב, היי, אליהו הנביא, אליהו התשבי, אליהו הגלעדי, היי, במהרה יבוא אלינו, עם משיח בן דוד. Mashiach ben David, היי, שבוע טוב, שבוע טוב, ברכה והצלחה, שבוע טוב, היי, שבוע טוב, שבוע טוב, ברכה והצלחה, שבוע טוב, היי, בכל מושבותיכם, בתחבולותיכם, תבדחו באלוקינו שנאמר בכל מושבותיכם ובתחבולותיכם תבדחו באלוקינו שנאמר כי לכך טוב נתתי לכם תורתי אל תעזובו אל תעזובו היי שבוע טוב שבוע טוב ברכה והצלחה, שבוע טוב, היי, שבוע טוב, שבוע טוב, ברכה והצלחה, שבוע טוב, היי, Ben David. All right. Time for a bit more Eliyahu Navi before we continue. Just a bit more. במהרה יבוא אלינו, יבוא אלינו, עם משיח בן דוד, עם משיח בן דוד, Eliyahu, התשבי, אליהו הגלעדי, אליהו הנביא, אליהו, התשבי, אליהו הגלעדי, אליהו הנביא, אליהו, התשבי, אליהו הגלעדי, אליהו הנביא, Eliyahu, Tishmi Eliyahu, Amilani. B'meira Yavo Eleinu, Yavo Eleinu. Mashiach ben David, Mashiach ben David. Did you know? Tishmi Eliyahu Agiladi, Eliyahu Anam Eliyahu, Tishmi Eliyahu Agiladi, Eliyahu Anam Eliyahu, Tishmi Eliyahu Agiladi, Eliyahu Anam Eliyahu, Tishmi Eliyahu Agiladi. B'meira Yavo Eleinu, Yavo Eleinu. Mashiach ben David, Mashiach ben David. Di-di-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, yeah, I see I'm getting some questions here about the backdrop. How we were able to make this backdrop. This is totally real. There's nothing artificially planted here. In fact, I'll show you how real it is. And I want to introduce you to the acrobatic Katz girls. Give us a little something, something. Come on, let's go. Quarantine, quarantine. Okay, so a bit more on that in a second, but I want to thank from the bottom of my heart our sponsors for this evening, Mishpachat Fine, Rabbi David and Julie Fine, sponsoring tonight, and it's in honor of their son Hanan's wedding this Thursday to Tamar Bahalul. Sheyeh Binyana De'ad, it should be a beautiful simcha and an everlasting love. Thank you so much, Mishpachat Fine. We also thank you so much, Yaki, my dear Chaver Yaki Edelman. We're all davening strong. Yerachmiel Chai Ben Chana should have a refuah shlema Bezrat Hashem. And thank you very much to our friend Kalman Glass as well. Thank you, everyone. Mamash, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And I want you all to always know that we're very honored to have the ability to do all these things, and we want to continue to do it as much as possible, and your help really goes a long way. So I want to introduce you tonight. Tonight we're going to go from the youngest. Well, the youngest is sleeping, but I have a 5-year-old beautiful princess here, and I told her I was going to interview her tonight. So this is Ahava Tamima Katz. So a few questions for you, okay? Shavua Tov. What's your full name?
Ahava Tamima Katz.
And where do you live?
Here.
You're in the front?
Yes.
And How would you say that the Chagim were in Tishrei? Did you enjoy them? Were they good for you?
Yeah.
And are you dying to go back to school?
No.
Okay. Tell me something. Do you like music?
Yeah.
Whose music do you like?
Yours?
Of course. Who else?
I don't know. Yeah.
Who? No, say it to the Chevra.
No.
Uncle Eitan. Who else? Your Saba Avshalom?
Yeah.
Well, Ahava, I want you to know that you have a lot of fans out there, and they all just wanted to say thank you for being such an inspiration to your Ima and Abba. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, we'll do one more niggun, and then we'll go to the next girl. They didn't think I was actually going to do that. All right, Chevra, good Chodesh. There's so many important things to talk about, to sing about. Let's make the most of our time here. Clap your hands wherever you are. Shabbat tov, b'simcha, everyone. La 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 la. Hey, all right, Shekoach. Chavre, before I forget, anyone that has any requests, if I can catch it, you could type it into the chat if you have a special song you want to make sure we try to sing tonight. You could type it in the chat on Facebook or type it in the chat on Zoom. We'll do our best to do it. So without further ado, I want to introduce you to Ora Menucha Katz.
Hi.
Okay, Ora Menucha. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm just wonderful. It's just so sweet. It's just so sweet to be. Let me ask you a question. Is this the first time you've been interviewed before?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And how nervous are you right now?
I'm not nervous.
Really? Okay, that's very well. How's your Tishrei been? It's the last few minutes of Tishrei. How's it been?
Really good.
Highlights?
Being with you.
Of course.
Being with my whole family.
Yeah. Which Chag stuck out the most for you? Like the most special?
Sukkahs.
Why?
Because it's fun being in the sukkah.
Yeah, you spent a lot of time in the sukkah? And you're dying to go back to school?
No.
Not at all?
Not at all.
Not in the least. Okay. Anyway, Beseder Gamur. Let me ask you something. We do a lot of tefillah ishit in the house, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel that that's like one of your favorite things to do? Is it sometimes also hard?
I like doing it.
You like doing it?
Yeah.
Does it come naturally for you to just talk to Hashem?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, that's beautiful. Do you want to give any tips to anybody that has a hard time talking to Hashem? What would you tell them to do? Like, what kind of itzah would you give to someone that's having a little bit of a hard time?
Be in a room alone and make sure it's quiet.
Quiet helps. Evanti. Do you have any idea how crazy I am about you?
No.
Right, okay. Just wanted to make sure we covered that. And before we finish, do you have any requests for any specific songs?
Dum Dum, Holy Pig.
Oh boy.
Not oh boy, boy.
Okay. There you have it. Thank you, Ora Menucha Katz.
Bye.
Okay, you heard it from her. None of that was prepared either. Good choice. Let's go last time. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 ביחד עם כל הכוח. All right, Sevra. So I would like to invite my Bechora. Get over here. Please receive with Mechiot Kapayim Slagot. Tiferet Katz.
Hi.
Hey, Tiffy.
Hi.
How you feeling? How are we
feeling
doing?
Good.
Are you feeling nervous?
No.
I am.
Also, feel better.
Okay, thank you. How was your Shabbos?
Good.
Favorite parts of Shabbos?
I think it was.
Lunch by your...
Oh, it was when we went to the Rhine's.
Right, my sister lives right next door. So yeah, that's so special. And now, how excited are you about the fact that Kimat all your cousins live in Eretz Yisrael now?
Very excited.
Yeah, how many cousins just moved to Israel last week?
6.5.
6 in B'Shat Tova Mutzlachat. That's right. That's right. Well, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You've lived in a few places. You lived in Efrat.
Yeah.
You've lived in Neve Daniel.
Yeah.
And you've lived in down the street in Efrat and up here. What's your favorite place so far in Eretz Yisrael?
Like that I've lived in?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember the first two.
Right. But for this one and the last one.
I like this one better.
What do you like so much about what we're looking at? Do you want to show us a little bit what we're looking at?
We're looking at fake grass. Then there's some stars. Then there's lights. And there's big mountains.
And back there?
Back there.
All those lights? What is that?
City.
Well, who's buried right behind that mountain over there? A big, big tzadikah. Right over there. Whose kever is it? Do you remember? Rachel Imeinu, nachon. And her yortzeit is coming up. Her yortzeit is in about 10 days. So that's very, very special. Missing school?
No.
Not at all. Okay. Let me ask you a question. If you can give chizuk, first of all, just by standing here and being you, you're giving chizuk to Am Yisrael. Just you should know that.
Okay.
Second
so
of
I'm
all,
just saying everyone should get a dog.
everyone should get a dog, she's saying. Okay, okay.
Including us.
Including us. This is going much better than I thought. Okay, so one more thing I want to ask you.
Yes.
If you wanted to give chizuk to people that are having a hard time because of corona and seger and everything, what would you say to them?
I would say.
Anything. What gives you koch?
Be happy. Don't fight with your siblings.
Don't fight with your siblings. It's all hypothetic speaking, yeah. What else?
I know it from experience.
Right. What else? No, believe it. Like you have such tvuna. You have such
Daven to Hashem.
shifti kamayim libas to pour out your heart to Hashem.
Yes.
And do you also feel like tefillah ishit is very powerful?
Yes.
What's an eitzah for someone that has a hard time with tefillah ishit? What would you tell them? Or is it to be in a closed room and have quiet?
Feel like Hashem is your best friend.
Where did you come from?
I came from mommy's tummy.
Okay. Rav Katz.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
And what song can we play for you?
I like she singing on the soda.
Okay. Okay, well, we won't do those words, but we'll do that next.
Oh, come on. No!
Okay, we have an inside family joke. No one would understand it, so therefore I will definitely sing it. I just don't know if we're going to do it with the words.
Yeah, do it with the words. Yeah, do it
We'll
with
see.
the words.
Okay, first I'll do it without, and then we'll do it with the words. How's that?
Yeah.
This nigun is a nigun that came down at the Yeshivat Simchat Shlomo about 7-8 years ago, and it was we were learning for Purim, and the words that came down were like this: Shoishanas Yaakov Tahala v'Samecha V'Rei Samyachat Chayves Mordechai 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 Shusam V'Yisam L'Netzah Esig Masam V'Chol Dor V'Dor Shusam V'Yisam L'Netzah Esig Masam V'Chol Dor V'Dor. Right, you sure you want me to sing these words?
Yes.
Okay, no one's gonna understand it but us. That's okay, right?
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, here we go.
She's sitting on the soda, she's drinking Diet Cola. Her name is Ora Menu. Her sister is Tiferet, we love her with Nazalet. Her friend is Ayala, living down the block. And Javi Lil, a coochie coo. Javi, we love you. And Liva Lil, a coochie coo. Liva, we love you. She's sitting on the soda, drinking Diet Cola. Her name is Ora Menucha. Her sister is Tiferet. We love her with Nazaret. Her good friend is Ayala, living down the block. And Javi Lou, a coochie coo. Javi, we love you. And Liva Lou, a coochie coo. Liva, we love you. Can I interview you?
So
I thought you would never do with the words.
I know. All right, girls. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for having us. We shall go back to the dog store.
Okay.
We shall go.
Okay. Come close the screens, loves. Thank you. You can close the door also, the window. Okay. I'm about to record this noon, please God, really soon. Came down on a Motsei Shabbos about 6 years ago. Kadeshenu b'mitzvah yisecha v'sem chelkeinu v'soyra secha tzam bereinu mituvecha v'samach nafsheinu v'yishua secha kadeshenu b'mitzvah yisecha v'sem chelkeinu v'soyra secha tzam bereinu mituvecha v'samach nafsheinu v'yishua secha v'tar libeinu li'avdecha be'emes v'tar libeinu li'avdecha be'emes v'tar libeinu li'avdecha be'emes v'tar libeinu li'avdecha be'emes. Oy kadeshenu b'mitzvah yisecha tzem chelkeinu v'soyra secha tzam bereinu mituvecha v'samach nafsheinu v'yishua secha kadeshenu b'mitzvah yisecha tzem chelkeinu v'soyra secha tzam bereinu mituvecha v'samach nafsheinu v'yishua secha v'tar libeinu li'avdecha be'emes v'tar libeinu li'avdecha be'emes v'tar libeinu li'avdecha be'emes v'tar libeinu li'avdecha Thank you for the harmony, Chevra. I see that someone has asked for the following nigun. Okay, we're gonna give it over. We're gonna give it over. I saw over Shabbos that I read that after Shabbos, the Neshama Yisera, this extra soul, goes back to Shemayim, and Hashem says, "So, what'd you learn? What were the chidushim that you heard from the guf that you were spending time with over Shabbos?" And then the Neshama replays back to the Ribono Shel Olam what it heard, what it received, how it was enhanced, and what was the new word of Torah that was said. So you may be thinking like, uh-oh, what's my neshama yisera? What's my extra soul? Like, what does it have to report back to Hashem right now on Motsei Shabbos? But it's not just that it reports back Chidushei Torah. The neshama yisera also reports back tefillas that were said anew, singing nigunim that were said with new chiyas, words of sicha between you and Hashem that sounded fresh, that sound like this for the first time. That's also what the neshama yisera reports back. So obviously, since everything has been absolutely, completely new this year in the form of how things have happened, not just Tishrei, but even Shabbat Bereshit, even Shabbos Bereshit, this Shabbos, the way that this was also, it's completely brand new. It was never a Shabbos Bereshit like this. So whether we realize it or not, we are filled with hitchachut. And on Sukkot, when we were shaking the lulav, Vanessa, we were explaining that tefillah is so powerful because we're trying to shake ourselves out of whatever we're stuck in, whatever it is we're stuck in. And I believe with all my heart and soul that this opportunity that we have to be unstuck from whatever it, even the holy things that we're stuck in, to be unstuck from them as well, is the gateway towards whatever hitchachut is being opened up for us. And I can only share with you what it means for me. I can't, there's no Indian right now to say what it means for other people. We're already such mumchim, we're such specialists as to what these things mean, what other people should do, what other people shouldn't do. I don't know, I could just share with you what it means for me. What it means for me on a personal level, this whole concept of shaking myself out of things that even things that are holy, was that maybe sometimes the Ribono Shel Olam does not want me to stand and scream and cry and demand something for hours and hours. Maybe sometimes Hashem just wants me to give him a one-liner, but that one-liner is so filled with authenticity. And on Shabbos, we saw in the Zohar Kodesh, it says that Moshe Rabbeinu knew the secret of this. Moshe Rabbeinu knew how to daven for 40 days and 40 nights when that was needed. And Moshe Rabbeinu also knew how to say the words, Kel na refa nala. And that was his whole prayer for the healing of his sister. So, Alavai, Be'ez Hashem Yisbarach, please God, whoever needs to hear that, and I hope it helps someone. I hope it helps me. And I know that any ounce of chizuk we could give each other right now just goes such a long way, such a long way. So, play this nigun that was just asked for. This is one of my older nigunim. Ole Dodi, Ine Zeba, Dodi, Ine Zeba. Ole Dodi, Ine Zeba, Dodi, Ine Zeba. Eishes Chaim Mimtza Oz Ve'ada Levusha All right, Chevra, I'm sorry. No Neil Young tonight. What time? We should do that. Yeah. One thing I can't say enough is that davening with our Chevra is something so magical. And when we used to get together, when we were able to get together like we can, we would bench Rosh Chodesh. Like every Rosh Chodesh was like Elul. Or every Rosh Chodesh was like the last Rosh Chodesh before Mashiach comes, because the words, Chaim Shel Parnasa, Chaim Shel Chilutz, Chaim Shte'ebanu Ahavas Torah v'Yashamayim. The lives we live should be a life of loving the Torah and being in awe of the one above. So, we had a Shabbos Mavarchim earlier today, and this month of Cheshvan that we're now entering is really reserved for the Chanukah's Bayis Shlishi. This is reserved for the third Beis HaMikdash. That's why there are no other holidays. It's one of the main reasons why there are no other holidays in this month of Cheshvan. The world calls it Mar Cheshvan. Rav Shlomo used to call it Ram Cheshvan. If it's Mar, if it's bitter, you got to lift it up. One of the things that helps us lift it up is that there's so many holy days in this month of Cheshvan, of Yortzeitz. Tremendous, powerful days that we mentioned, Rachel Imenu. Even this week, from Rosh Chodesh and Aleph Cheshvan is the Yortzeit of Eish Kodesh Gilmore from Moshav Melave Modi'in. On Gimel Cheshvan, you have the Yortzeit of the Eilige Rebbe Yisrael of Rizhim. And then Dalet Cheshvan, you have the Yortzeit of the Kodesh Kodashim, the Piasetzner, Good reminder, Wednesday night we have a women's event for the Yortzeit of the Piasetzner, and Thursday night we have a men's event. Thursday night for the Piasetzner. All are welcome, just different teachers on different nights. And that's very special, very, very special. And when you continue throughout the month, you have Rachel Imenu, and you have Rav Shach is in this month, Rav Yisrael Dovodesser, of course, Rav Shlomo, Rav Kahana. There's so many people that were mamish moser their nefesh for Am Yisrael. The list goes on and on and on. It's quite astonishing. It's a really special thing. So anyway, I want to give us all the bracha that this Itchashut of Cheshvan, that it may have been reserved all these years and years for the Chanukah's Bayit Shlishi. This year it shouldn't have to be reserved for it anymore. It should just be. So this is a little bit of shtickle of the Nusach of Rosh Chodesh. This is basically really from Mojitz. This is the Nusach from Mojitz. And then Bezrat Hashem, we'll do whatever we can to get to a few more requests here. We'll see. Bezrat Hashem, as much as we can. Thank you so much for being with us, friends. Asher Melikeinu Avoseinu Shedchadesh Aleinu Es HaChodesh Hazeh Ele Tov Vayvo Velivracha. This month should be a flush name to all who need it. Vayvesitein lanu Chaim Aruchim Chaim Shel Shalom Shel Shel Parnasa Oy Chaim Shel Chidut Ahatzamayim. This phrase, I think about every year. Chaim Shel Chidut Ahatzamayim should be a life of being able to pull out your etzem, pulling out your bones. Chidut Ahatzamayim can also mean it's a year of extracting your etzem, a life of extracting your etzem. I was having a very deep conversation with a very holy woman last week, a midwife, and she was saying that she's been through so much in her life, so much. And I said to her, sister, I don't think you're going to come back. Don't worry. She's like, really? I'm like, well, it seems to me you've mamish like you've been pushed. Your buttons have been pushed so many times that the real you finally comes out. Why would you have to come back? And she looked at me straight in the eye and she said, I've been waiting my whole life for someone to tell me that. Like there are people that actually think like this, you know? Like, what are we here? What are we doing here? Chidut Tzatzamas, to extract the etzem of who we really are. If you know someone that needs a little bit of a smile, a little bit of chizuk, whether they feel like it or not, share with them this video and have them sing with us right now. This is what we're here for. There's no other reason. Just to give each other strength. L'chaim, everybody. Once again, I want to thank our sponsors, Mishpachat Fine, Mazel Tov, Yaki, Refuah Shlema Be'ez Hashem, Common Glass, thank you so much. And to all those that would like to help, mamash, besimcha rabba, with mamash, everything. Every little bit helps. Before we sing the next request, I found something on Shabbos that really touched my heart. A story about Reb Leizer from Ushpitzin. Ushpitzin is a very famous tzaddik, Reb Leizer Ushpitziner. You know, obviously, Motsei Shabbos, it's always a minhag Chasidim, and Alavai, Shbizech to be Chasidim, real Chasidim. It's a minhag to say a story, Chasidish tale. So this Reb Leizer Ushpitzin he had someone in his court that had a son, Baruch Hashem Mazdov, and he had a bris. And this Yidla felt so bad, but he didn't have any kibudim, he didn't have any honors left to give out because of probably family obligations or maybe he comes from Yichus, so he had all these rebbes in the family. He had to give all the different honors to him. And he contacted Reb Lezer Bishpitzin after the bris. He said, I'm so sorry that I didn't invite you to the bris. I felt embarrassed. I didn't want to invite you and not be able to give you any kavod. I only had one kavod left. He said, which is that? He said, I only had amida lebrachas, which means holding the baby while the baby is being named. That was the only thing I really had, and that's not kavadik. So Reb Lezer Ushpitzinu says, he says, why do you think that's not kavadik? That's actually one of the godliest parts of the bris. He says, what do you mean? So the pasuk says, I have it over here. The pasuk says that when it's in our parsha, it says that when Adam Arishon was about to give names to all the creatures, the pasuk says, "Vayave el ha'adam liros ma'ikrelo," meaning God Himself brought each animal before Adam, while Adam Adam Arishon was going to give them names. So who was the Omed Lebrachas? It was Hashem Yisbarach Kivyachol. God Himself was the one standing there while Adam was about to name whatever it is. So he's saying, if it was good enough for God, why don't you think it would be good enough for me? So that's a cute story, but I was thinking about it more and more. The Ribono Shel Olam, if everything, we emulate creation all the time, and creation is happening over and over again, it means that even right now in our lives, the Ribono Shel Olam is standing there, Amida Labrachas, and he's holding whatever it is in his hands, and he's saying, here, what do you want to call this? I'm giving you a reality. I'm giving you your bag. I'm giving you your deck of cards. I'm giving you your situation in life. And I'm Omed Labrachas. And in my presence, I want you to give it a name. I want you to name your own reality. So this actually really does fit in with this next song. I know so many of you love this. This is what we recorded on the Michal Shapira album. Let's all just decide that Hashem Yisbarach is Omed Labrachas, and He's giving us life right now in whatever form it is, and He's waiting for us to give a name to the life that He's giving us right now. Let's just call it love, with its tefillah that the love should be everlasting. אהבתי על כן משכתי חסד ואהבה סודה אהבתי על כן משכתי חסד ההודי ימושו והגבעות תמותנה בחסדי מאיתך לא ימוש ההודי ימושו והגבעות תמותנה בחסדי מאיתך לא ימוש an everlasting love. I have loved you, for this I have drawn you with my love. An everlasting love. I have loved you, for this I have drawn you with my love. The mountains will crumble and the hillsides will fade away, but my love for you will not end. The mountains will will crumble, and the hillsides will fade away, but my love for you will not end. ימושו והגבורות תמותנה וחסדי מיתך לא ימוש. ההודים ימושו והגבורות תמותנה וחסדי מיתך לא ימוש. Sing with me. The mountains will crumble and the hillside will fade away, but my love for you will not end. The mountains will crumble and the hillside will fade away, but my love for you will not end. All right, Cheba, we have one more. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you for all your help. Thank you to the sponsors. Thank you to Shimon Detweiler for manning this, for running this, running all these programs. Thank you to my beautiful, beautiful Chevra and Shirat David from the Shul. Thank you for your love. Thank you for sticking together. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for being role models and inspirations. Thank you, Mark Zuckerberg. You have you either have the greatest portion in Gan Eden or the other place. But let's just focus on the good stuff. All right, Chavre, it's going to be good because it already is good. It's only going to get sweeter. And thank you to my daughters, our guests tonight. Hey, oh, besorot olot le'am Yisrael. Let's get our emunah on, let's get our love on, let's get our bitachon on. As we go out into the world, Chodesh Rav Cheshvan, let's show the world what we got. Let's show ourselves what we got. Let's go. Thank you. Shavua tov, everyone.